My name is Autumn McNaughton, and this is my persuasive speech. How much money do you spend on college textbooks? Is it almost more than the actual price of the class? If you notice the stereotypes of typical college students, they're known as being broke or only having to live off ramen noodles. Well, I wonder why. It's obvious. The reason why is because we have to pay for these expensive textbooks. Does it not infuriate you how much money you waste just to return it or you never use it again for the rest of your life? Some textbooks cost more than the actual class, which is ridiculous. Yes, there are ways to get them cheaper, such as renting them, but still you're paying $100 to $200 just to rent them rather than $300 to $400 just to buy them. It's a complete scam. Paying $200 just to use a book. I want it to remain mine, not give it back within a couple of months if I'm going to pay that much. As a single mom focusing on my child, school, and work, I cherish the money I work hard for. If I'm going to spend $200, I want it to be on my son or on bills, not a book I'll barely use for a few months. I look around and hear the students cry for lower textbooks. I've talked to other students and they've told me that by the time they finish paying for classes, they don't have enough money for their textbooks, so they end up failing the class and losing the money due to that. Big textbook companies make billions of money per year on us and see the consumer struggling just to eat or pay for their textbooks infuriates me. Using examples and statistics to convince the audience to make a stance against textbook commitments. We may not be able to change the big book textbook companies with one voice, but if you spread your voice and show your audience how much they're being taken advantage of, it'll cause more voices to speak up and hopefully change the company's minds. With the history of textbooks, the people who would make them for longevity and would be proud of that. They didn't make it to make money off of it. They wanted to be proud of their books that they've lasted so long and had such good information. If we were to do that again and proclaim our stance on that, rather than having all these different types of edition of books and paying the TCC version of a textbook or just the publisher's version of the textbook, then it would save all of us a lot of money. In the 1970s, the prices started to rise. The big textbook companies thought more about the profit and money than the profit of knowledge. The value of knowledge decreased in the textbook and the prices skyrocketed. The textbook company found new ways to raise their revenue by having publishers create new editions, as I said. With all the money they're making, we have to put it to good use, though, right? Or at least manage the finances responsibly. No, they are irresponsible with our hard-working money. In 2011, a textbook company responsible for 1/3 of all college textbooks, bringing in $2 billion in revenue. Within that same year, they had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That shows the irresponsibility of these textbook companies. And since 1978, the price of textbooks has raised 812%. Among the rise of medical services, new homes, CI, and college textbooks has taken the highest rise among those categories, which is absurd for it to cost more than a house, in the race. So as this process works, the publisher creates a textbook. He or she sells it to various bookstores for a discounted price. The college bookstore then takes that price and adds a 25 to 28% price markup. To put it in view, PriceEconomics.com used the example Introductory Algebra 4th edition, which retails for $195 from the direct publisher. It is sold to wholesale textbook companies to bookstores at a price of $181. After purchasing the product for a 7% discount, a bookstore typically sells it at a 25 to 28% markup. If you notice, that book would add to be $232. That is a $51 markup on their already expensive textbook. We the people are the voices of this. We make the whole production go around. Without us, they wouldn't be making money. So we need to speak our voices and talk to others about being proud of our books like we used to. We need to state the longevity of these books rather than just the money off it, and have more knowledge in them rather than just profit. Let's make a stand and be able to help this economy with better prices so that the United States of America can be successful, not just the CEOs of these companies. My sources were www.usatoday.com/story/money personal finance/2014/0202 CNBC college textbooks expensive. Another source was www.theatlantic.com/business/archive 2013-01 Wired textbooks so absurdly expensive. And another one was priceeconomics.com. Why are the textbooks so expensive? The end.